Welcome back to the Dinar Exchange Hub, your trusted source for real-time updates, analysis, and step-by-step guidance during these fast-moving and often unpredictable revaluation developments. If you're holding Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong, this report will serve as a critical briefing on what documents you will likely need when the moment comes to officially redeem your currency. Whether you're preparing for a potential Tier 4B redemption scenario or simply looking to walk into a bank when the exchange process opens publicly, it is absolutely essential that you are not caught off guard. Today, we're going to cover a complete, urgent checklist of what documents you should have in hand, and more importantly, why these documents matter in the eyes of banking compliance, AML protocols, and KYC verification procedures. As we approach what many analysts are calling the most imminent phase of the long-anticipated currency revaluation, multiple reports have emerged, some leaked, some verified, indicating that Tier 1 and Tier 2 level institutions are quietly gearing up for redemption events. Some insiders have reported seeing internal memos and staff trainings taking place within select U.S.-based banks, including regional branches of Tier 1 institutions. Though no official public memo has yet been issued by the U.S. Treasury or the central banks involved, there's increasing chatter that banks will require a very specific set of documents in order to allow high-value currency redemptions to move forward efficiently and legally. Given the high-risk category these transactions may fall under, especially in the initial days post-announcement, any redemptions without proper documentation may be flagged, delayed, or denied altogether. First and foremost, the cornerstone document of any redemption appointment will be your government-issued photo ID. That means a valid driver's license, state ID, or U.S. passport. Expired identification is unlikely to be accepted, especially given the heightened scrutiny that will accompany any foreign currency transaction of this nature. Most banks are required to adhere to strict Know Your Customer policies that require not only name and photo verification but a cross-check with other legal documentation to establish identity beyond doubt. For this reason, having a second form of identification on hand, such as a social security card, voter registration card, or even a birth certificate may significantly speed up the process. Beyond your identity documents, proof of residence will likely be required. This could be a recent utility bill, bank statement, lease agreement, or mortgage document that reflects your current physical address. The reason for this is simple. Banking regulations tied to anti-money laundering laws demand a verifiable physical footprint for any person initiating a large value exchange, especially one that involves speculative or foreign-held currency. The banks will be under immense pressure from federal regulators to demonstrate full compliance, especially during the initial rush of redemptions. So documentation that proves both identity and residency will be crucial. Perhaps most critical in this entire process is your currency itself, how it is stored, organized, and accounted for. You must present your IQD or VND notes in clean, clearly identifiable form. This means no damaged, defaced, or illegible bills. Every note should be accounted for, preferably bundled and labeled according to denomination and currency type. Many experienced holders are already preparing written inventories or spreadsheets detailing the count and denomination of their notes. Some have even gone as far as including serial numbers, though this level of detail may or may not be requested by the receiving institution. Still, such preparation reflects credibility and professionalism and reduces any perception of suspicious or high-risk behavior. Receipts or certificates of authenticity, where applicable, should absolutely be brought along. If you acquired your IQD or VND from a registered currency dealer or through a licensed exchange platform, those purchase records could serve as verification of legal acquisition. This not only satisfies potential IRS concerns later down the road, but also insulates you from any anti-money laundering flags raised during the redemption process. It is worth noting that some redemption centers, depending on which tier they fall under, may outright require proof of currency origin, especially if the total redemption value crosses 6 figures or more. While not every location will request it up front, having your tax identification number or social security number readily available is likely going to be mandatory. Currency exchanges of this scale will almost certainly be reported to FinCEN, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, and failure to provide taxpayer information could delay or nullify your redemption. Those who are planning to redeem on behalf of a trust, LLC, or other legal entity will need to bring all formation documents, EIN confirmation letters, and potentially even a certificate of good standing depending on your jurisdiction. Furthermore, you should expect to explain or disclose your entity structure and the purpose behind it, especially if you're attempting to exchange a significant volume of currency through it. Another key element to prepare is your banking information. Specifically, the account details where you want your redeemed funds to be deposited. Bringing a voided check, direct deposit form, or bank letter verifying your account number and routing information is wise. This not only expedites the transfer of funds, but can also reduce the chance of clerical errors during the transaction. It's also recommended that the account be in the same name as the redeemer to avoid any additional verification hurdles. Joint accounts, business accounts, and third-party transfers may invite further compliance review. There is also increasing discussion around the possibility of non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, being presented at the point of redemption. While speculative, these NDAs could be tied to rate confidentiality, structured payout terms, or the terms of any contract-based exchange program that may be offered. If such documents are presented to you, it is vital that you read them carefully and understand what you are signing. Having a legal representative either present or on call during your redemption appointment may be wise, particularly if the exchange is tied to unusually high rates or involves contractual obligations. A quick note for those planning to redeem through structured payout systems or tiered disbursement models. Bring all personal financial planning materials. That includes your written financial plan, notes from your advisor, or documents related to your post-exchange plans. Some centers, particularly those operating under wealth management or private banking umbrellas, may request a general outline of your intentions for the funds. This isn't about micromanaging your choices, but about fulfilling internal compliance protocols that ensure the funds won't be used for illicit or high-risk purposes. Keep in mind, too, that digital devices may not be allowed inside some redemption centers. So printing out your documentation in hard copy form, 2 sets ideally, is strongly recommended. Place all materials in an organized folder or binder, with labeled tabs if possible, so that your appointment can proceed as smoothly and professionally as possible. Remember, you may only have one shot at this exchange opportunity, and a small oversight could cause costly delays or additional scrutiny. In summary, the redemption process for IQD or VND will not be a casual walk-in event. It will be treated as a high-stakes, closely monitored financial event. Being prepared means more than just having your currency ready. It means having a complete identity file, verified proof of residence, receipts or certificates of currency acquisition, tax ID or SSN documentation, verified bank deposit information, and potentially legal or trust documents if redeeming through an entity. This level of preparation reflects both legitimacy and responsibility, 2 things that any major financial institution will be looking for when allowing redemptions of speculative foreign currency. As the community waits for final confirmation and public release of the redemption protocols, now is the time to prepare, print, organize, and double-check your materials. The moment this goes live, those who are ready will move through the process quickly and efficiently. Those who are not could face long delays, additional background checks, or worse, complete denial of the exchange opportunity. We hope this broadcast has helped clarify the real-world steps you need to take to protect your financial future and position yourself for success when the exchange process finally opens. Stay alert, stay organized, and above all, stay informed with the Dinar Exchange Hub, where preparation meets opportunity. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, and share this video with others in the community who need to hear this message before it's too late.